maybe they're just starting later. Well, the only reason I was on top of it is hearing rumors of an FF16 reveal. And I think that's a stretch, but, I mean, it's rumors.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. That or something Final Fantasy, because it could be that or 7 Remake Part 2.
That seems like that would be really soon.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be, I mean, we know it's coming, so I guess we might as well wait for something substantial anyways.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tweet. In the event that Phill or Max show up, we should get in anything we want to, like, just discuss. But that was really about it. Just let me do this tweet first.
Odoki.
Oh, good. They got their graphic.
Hell yeah. Not 60 FPS. No.
Yes, this is the future. 30 FPS. So it looks like this show is going to be 40 minutes long. We're expecting updates on the latest titles from worldwide studios and world-class development partners. What did we see in the last thing besides Ratchet? Might see Spider-Man.
Because I was actually just watching IGN and they were just playing all the old stuff. We saw Deathloop. Saw Horizon 2.
Yeah.
We saw the what's it called? Not Dark Souls.
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
There's not a whole lot I'm honestly as interested in. Because I'm definitely not getting a PS5 at launch.
Yeah, not at launch. Honestly, even though a lot of the stuff is coming to PC, Xbox seems like they're really dedicated to making something good this generation.
Yeah.
So it's like
doing good statistic.
I'm kinda leaning towards Xbox this generation. If I were to get one of the consoles.
With how it's starting, yeah.
Yeah. But so like the biggest thing I'm curious about today, which they have to reveal at this point, is the price point.
Right, release date and price point. Yeah, that'll hopefully be what they start on.
Because...
And it's got to compete with Xbox's prices.
And both with Xbox and PlayStation, I don't care about the digital-only versions.
Yeah.
So I just want to see the price for the PlayStation 5.
Like, we went on for an hour
to the
before.
Series X.
Oh, it was during the Xbox stream. We went on for like a half hour or something after the stream, but it is like, with the value of the, with Xbox's all-digital thing is getting Game Pass, since all of Game Pass is digital anyways. You got a digital library right from the get-go. And PlayStation has PS Now, so I don't know. I think that would be for selling those digital consoles. That would be the advertising point, is that they already come with like a library of digital games. You know.
Honestly, I wouldn't
Otherwise,
be
I don't
surprised
see
if
the
that's
value
an
in them.
announcement today. Is that they like revamp PlayStation Now to compete with Game Pass?
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be about time.
Because it seems like it's inevitable at this point. If not today, some point in the future. Because Game Pass is way too successful, apparently.
Yeah, it's getting there too. Yeah, it's
they need their own version.
Like pushing that with the next gen, yeah. I wouldn't pay $500 for a console. So I don't care if Xbox is that price or if PlayStation's that price. I'm not going to pay for either. I would consider it if they were backwards compatible natively with everything, but that's not for me. So that wouldn't be that wouldn't be in their interest in the long run, or for the largest audience. So it's okay. Anything else besides? I mean, not much else I'm interested in, but anything from Square that would be FF16 or 7-2, or we always see Square at these things, so we're gonna see Square in some capacity, I feel. Now that Crystal Chronicles is out,
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, or whatever Nomura's doing, whatever they're letting Nomura do over there now. Or I blanked on the other one. Yeah, 500's definitely too much for me. Shit. Well, they said it was the majority of the PS4 library, didn't they? I would go for which games aren't compatible, because that's probably a much more shorter list. I forgot what I was saying, though. Square, Dragon Quest 11S. Dragon Quest 11S.
That would be a good addition.
Right, because that was already confirmed for PlayStation, so maybe just another trailer for it.
But that's the other thing that, while Xbox doesn't have, like, a lot of first-party titles that people are excited about at launch, what does PlayStation have at the moment, exclusively?
Horizon, Spider-Man. Oh, at launch?
Well, the Spider-Man's like a smaller... Yeah, but even going forward, Horizon, it's like, do people really...
Is Spider-Man like, $60?
That's not a killer app. Spider-Man, I think, is going to be $60, and that's only like an expansion. It's not a sequel.
No, they're so unclear about it, if it's going to be $60. I was going to say for a substantial game like that, but if it was $40, I would be okay with paying for $40 for a launch title. Considering how much you just dropped on a console.
Right. I mean, I guess there's no confirmation, but we'll find out.
Yeah, because I hear way too many conflicting things about what Spider-Man's supposed to be.
But even going forward right now, like, the only game I can think of that's, like, super exciting to me for PlayStation is Ratchet & Clank.
Yeah, that game looks dope. And Blade raises a good point, too, because of the confusing situation where the Xbox Series S does not have the Xbox One X's enhancements, so will the PS5, both digital and not digital, have the PS4 Pro enhancements, even though there weren't too many to begin with. You know, most of them were just stable 60 or a stable frame rate, or a little bit higher resolution.
And I know it's always brought
HDR.
up, but can we continue to say that Xbox's way of naming their new consoles is so convoluted and dumb right now?
So stupid.
It's like, so, okay. The Xbox Series S isn't the Xbox One S, correct?
No.
Like, I have to ask that. Okay.
One is the previous generation. The new generation is Series. It's Xbox,
'Cause it's like...
Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series.
And yet, it sounds almost like because of, I mean, obviously it's not 100% true, but because it's the Series S, you would think it'd be better than the Xbox One X, but it doesn't have the enhancements of the Xbox One X. So it's just it's so weird.
Yeah, it reminds me of phones and stuff.
It's so confusing.
Which it's different between like phone brands and graphics cards because the consoles don't come out that often. It's gonna be a lot more like Infamous First Light. I don't know why, but I just get like that feeling. Or like what that spin-off Uncharted game. I forget what it was called.
Legacy? Something Legacy?
Yeah, they were like substantial stories.
I don't remember.
Built in like off of those. We get
But
Majora's
it was the
Mask.
two female
It'll
protagonists, right?
I have to relate everything to Nintendo. It's gonna be like Majora's Mask. There's not much else that like. I think we'll get a new Smash character here. Lost Legacy, yeah, that's it.
But no, again, my point was just that I don't know what titles I'm looking forward to during the generation, not just at launch, just going forward. Because I guess God of War will be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we might see something God of War.
I want to say that Last of Us kind of has just left the realm of consciousness after its initial controversy.
Yeah, I'm good.
it's so kind of that people just kind of stop talking about it after the first month.
Yeah.
It's not even worth talking about what is liked and what is disliked about it anymore.
Well,
'Cause
what
it's
if
just
you could,
retreading the same shit?
Well, what if you could watch TV on your console?
Oh, let's not go down that route again. I don't want to go back to 2013.
Who's calling me?
PlayStation View's dead.
Hello?
This is an urgent message for the vehicle owner. We've been trying to reach you.
Anyways. Yeah, I would close Twitch chat. Mario
looking
and
at
Nathan
Twitch chat.
Drake
I'm
at the
looking at
Rio
our Twitch
Olympics.
It's Rio Olympics. We're going back in time.
I don't know what Bandai Namco's up to. Oh, right, Demon Souls.
Demon Souls. No. Bandai's not working on Demon Souls. I thought that was the one that worked on some of the other remakes.
Well, they publish, right? They published Dark Souls.
Right, but I don't think Demon Souls they did. I'd have to look.
Oh,
up.
maybe
Hold on
not,
one second.
because Demon Souls is an exclusive. If they make something like a sub like required, it should just come with the console. Which is kind of what I feel like Xbox... Oh yeah, Xbox is doing those fucking mortgage plans or whatever. Those are a deal, honestly. I pay $15 for Game Pass already, and then I could just pay... Oh, right, there's a Mass Effect rumors as well, because we've been hearing about a Mass Effect Trilogy remaster for like a year now. Huh, Atlas. Publishers. In Japan, it's published by Sony. In North America, it's published by Atlas. And in PAL regions, it's published by Bamco. It's one of those games. Remember EA published Left 4 Dead? Good times. Exclusive PS5. Demon Souls, I'm pretty sure is exclusive, yeah. Mass Effect 3 upon launch was pretty disappointing. I'm okay with it looking back now after that DLC. Whatever the hell it was called that fixed the ending. I look back and it's like, yeah, that's alright. Oh, yeah, it's a, yeah. It is, let me find the thing again. I read it in like the first 10 seconds of the stream, so no one was here for it. Damn, Twitter's moving fast. Or I passed it. I passed it. It's gonna be, the show's gonna be 40 minutes long. Expect updates on the latest titles from worldwide studios and world-class development partners. So that's what we're getting today. I hope we get Final Fantasy XII again. The rumors surrounding Final Fantasy XVI just get me too hyped. And I don't want to fall victim to it. The idea that it could be like Matsuno working with Yoshi P, fantasy based again, that's way too much. It's way too fucking much. I could see that, yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 version. I think they're gonna push for GTA first because GTA is still a cash cow.
I was gonna say they're totally gonna push GTA first because that was actually one of the announcements last time too. Now that I remember.
Yeah, that was announced last time. Oh, Mass Effect Andromeda was my worst pre-order decision. Absolutely. That was... Ugh.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
Like, there were some red flags, but it's like, this is all just like alpha footage or something, and it's just,
Fix it in the day one patch, guys.
B-Team BioWare. Is the A team working on the new Dragon Age? Is that even still a thing?
That's what they announced like last time, didn't they? Remember they
don't
showed
remember,
they
that's
showed
what I'm
the
asking.
yeah, you know why? Because it was another we're the developers and this is our studio, and then it was several shots around the studio, and then it said, yeah, we're working on it. And that was it.
Oh yeah. Oh. God, I hate when EA does that.
Yeah. It's getting a little like I appreciate what the developers do, but it makes me nervous that we're not seeing the gameplay.
Right.
Because
Like,
usually
I
when
like it when
games
those
do
are, like-
that,
I like it when
sometimes
that's
you don't get
bonus
the best
stuff,
game.
not the announcement. You know?
Yeah.
Like do something gameplay wise, I guess cinematic if you must. Something that's like, okay, this game is still being developed.
Let's get Matt
And then
Hoffman's BMX
at the
2.
end of it, say check our YouTube for behind the scenes developer stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I would love that. Or play it right after the trailer. I don't care. Just show both of them. It's kind of like during E3s, I've always, despite me not liking Ubisoft too much, what I have praised is that they'll show both a cinematic and then gameplay right after,
Yeah.
or vice versa. It doesn't matter. But they'll do both trailers during their conference, which I really appreciate because then it satisfies both audiences.
There was a Crash trailer like last week, but I think we could still get another one.
Oh, totally. Or just extended gameplay or something. Well,
Yeah.
actually, how far off is that game from release?
I think it's pretty close. The demo just came out.
Because there were people just last week I was watching on Twitch play that they were partners or whatever, and they had like at least an entire level or two to play
Yeah, that was the demo.
with Neo Cortex.
I don't remember what was in it. I just know the demo was out.
Okay. So I was just surprised to see people playing it. I was like, wait, what?
Maybe more games that'll be like smart delivery. On like, cause Rocket League went free to play, so that's one way of doing it.
There you go. Okay, so you say Sonic 06 on PS5, but that does bring up a good question. When is Sega gonna announce something for Sonic? Like, I thought
Yeah,
they had
there's
plans
a,
this year to announce a new title.
They always announce them at Sonic events, and there's a Sonic event like soon. We're in
Is it?
like TGS season, right? So it's like because of, I feel like this
Oh,
TGS
yeah.
season is gonna be really massive because it's gonna be packed and stacked with things that would have been done at E3, but since E3 didn't happen, TGS is ready to just blow up with a whole bunch of shit. Sonic
That would be
definitely has
cool.
TGS plans. Microsoft
'cause
has
it just feels
TGS
like-
plans
But it just feels like they've been awfully silent, which I just
because
find
they're waiting for their
surprising because
show.
you-
Yeah.
Right, but I even without the COVID stuff that caused delays, I was really expecting them to bank off of the movie release, you know?
And it didn't line up
Like
with
not necessarily right away, but like a month or two after the release, because it would still be in, you know, the minds of everyone of like, oh, this was a
well, it's
decent
an
movie.
anniversary
Everyone's
thing
happy
too.
with it.
They're lining up with an anniversary.
Okay, that makes sense then. But I really hope they have something cool. I would love like a fully fleshed out Sonic Mania 2, where it's not just remixes.
Something like that, yeah. I guess that was the one thing about Sonic Mania is they could have done more original because the stuff it did original was incredibly like fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Maybe stray a little bit away from the classic design somehow. just to make it its own thing.
We'll see something,
It's like,
Cyberpunk,
it's
maybe.
like not necessarily like Sonic Advance, but I remember those as platformers, and those were always fun Sonic games too.
Yeah, another Sonic collection. That's what it'll be called, is another Sonic collection.
But yeah, like make that a decently long game with a lot of different ways to play it. So like again, what Sonic Mania ended up with like 5 characters, right?
Yeah.
Add Amy, add Shadow.
Amy too.
Amy too.
Legend of Dragoon is a stretch, but that'd be crazy. That or something Chrono Trigger or Vagrant Story. What if Final Fantasy 16 was not Final Fantasy 16 and it was just Vagrant Story 2? Or Tactics. I think Tactics.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but I think that was already announced when it was talked about last week, right? Like
It would be. I think
that's this gen and next gen.
Final Fantasy Tactics is probably next on Square's games to port to modern consoles and PC. Yeah, another Metal Wolf Chaos. Yeah, I think if it's here or if it's at another event, Final Fantasy Tactics will probably be like the next Square Final Fantasy game to get a remaster.
Fuck you all, this is the last song of the year.
Anyway, so this is Phil's cue to jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know really 100% what to expect here outside of they needed a price point and a release date.
Feels like they kept things under wraps.
They could totally show gameplay of Miles Morales because that is holiday 2020, right?
I think so. Yeah, DMC5
So they could
Special
totally do
Edition.
that.
Capcom will probably be here. So Capcom's got to do something.
Street Fighters.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 6, yeah. Which is
An
about that.
actual Marvel vs. Capcom
Wait.
game.
Well, is that even that
No,
new season out? Did the last season of Street Fighter 5 start?
I think so, right? Because that was the whole thing with that was they were trying to sell
Not yet. Okay.
the new edition or whatever they were calling it.
No, there was another season. After Arcade Edition.
No, I know. Wasn't it Ultra Street Fighter
No.
5? Wait. Hold
No.
on. To Steam I go.
Nope.
Champion Edition.
That was already out. Yeah, I'm talking about after that.
I don't know then.
Anyway, so I can't find it. Yeah, Floppy said not yet, so not yet. So that would be funny to get the announcement for the next Street Fighter game before that season finishes. Get a Tekken trailer. Let's get a Tekken trailer.
Dragon Ball
Or Soul
FighterZ
Calibur.
2.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of fighting games that could use announcements, actually. I mean, they first have to announce that they're coming to PS5.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Arc System Works has a lot on their plate right now, don't they?
They always do,
I
yeah.
don't think so if Fighters 2 ever becomes a thing, it's probably still a few years away. If Fighters 2 ever becomes a thing. I would hope so because of how successful it was, but
I doubt it. Deltarune Chapter 2. Yeah, they'll just go around every event.
that would be insane.
There'll be half the trailer today, and then the other half will be during the Direct Mini tomorrow. We're due for Guilty Gear, but Guilty Gear already... I'm pretty sure Guilty Gear already sent when, they're going to, what's it called? Show their next character, whatever. They always say at the end of the previous trailer when the next reveal is.
But the Rune sequel exclusive to Nintendo Labo.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
no.
might have a VR segment. So some downtime there. If I had my GPU still working, I bet Flight Simulator did more damage to my GPU than anything. My GPU died while playing Tony Hawk, but I'm willing to bet Flight Simulator was what killed it. Anyway, so yeah, if I could, I would stream Flight Simulator in the background again.
You know what? The only thing Square Enix is gonna show today at PlayStation, I'll call it, and it would be funny. They'll show Spider-Man and Marvel's Avengers. And
Oh, gross. Forgot about
'cause
Marvel's
that's
Avengers.
exclusive to PlayStation.
Right.
Oh man, what a game Marvel's Avengers is. Oh, I don't know if anyone in chat's seen gameplay of it, but if you're not in it for the story, you're not gonna like it.
Pull up videos of Flight Sim. I'll just pull up the last stream. And then relive that fucking mess. I don't know. If you haven't heard, FF7 remake is it's not a remake, but I guess it will still be a saga of games with which can be played from beginning to end. You just won't be in the wild ride as the releases happen like Kingdom Hearts. That's like saying you're not going to play Kingdom Hearts until Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. So yeah, 2030 sounds about right. Atlas reveals that fantasy game that they've been working on for some time now with the old Persona director, right? Because that guy's not working on Persona anymore. Yakuza something, Kojima something. I knew we would hit something 30 minutes in.
I do wonder what Kojima's up to right now.
Soccer.
Yeah. Trying to get more blank checks from Sony to get another actor or two.
To make another soccer game. To make a
To
Bok
make
Tai
another
sequel.
soccer game.
Yeah, it's TGS season. Yeah. Which starts it starts during next month, I believe. Or later this month, something like that.
Let's take a look. Begins September 23rd. So literally
Next
a week from now.
Yeah. Oh, good, a trailer.
The Order 1886 again? No.
The
no one
Order
remembers that.
1887. Adaptive triggers is cool. I like that DualShock 5. DualSense 5? I like that controller.
I don't know.
I like that controller. The adaptive triggers are a really cool idea. I think a lot of games will get a lot out of that. Until it breaks, at least. Just DualSense. What the hell?
Right to hell retribution too. Oh,
I think they
jeez.
just like I don't know. Either Twitch ran an ad, PlayStation ran an ad, or that was one of the automated ads. I don't think the automated ads thing rolled out to a lot of people. That would be funny if it was on this stream though.
Imagine it happening during the event.
I'd be real pissed. You know what? I could see it being there because technically this is like, you know, it's not logged in under my account with how it's running in OBS. So, and usually when you go to a website like Twitch, not logged in at all, like a guest, you see that kind of shit right there. Like those things they're rolling out to a few users, it'll be there for all guest users.
Oh.
Sony execs kill Muppets on stage. Hell yeah.
No. I love the Muppet.
It's the circle of life. WayForward, Arc System Works, and Rooster Teeth announce a Ruby game. That's pretty substantial.
Oh boy.
WayForward does good stuff. That'll be cool. Well, chat, we got a half hour to go.
I don't know what else there is to talk about regarding what could happen, honestly.
Tales from
It's like-
Borderlands 2 reminded me of Tales of Arise. Haven't seen that in a while. That could be here. Elder Scrolls 6, probably not anytime soon. But
No.
if it's here, I don't want to see it.
No, if anything, you'd see that at like Xbox. It feels like they have a better relationship with Microsoft still for the moment.
I think after this stream, I might nap, but I have to do a Tony Hawk stream on my YouTube later. So that'll be
Oh,
either
boy.
be right after this stream, or it'll be after a nap after this stream. $599 US.
No way. That would be a
Giant.
death sentence.
Giant enemy crab.
Giant enemy spider. Sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I do not think you're gonna see a PlayStation's All-Stars 2. Sorry.
Might see something out of Monster Hunter. Because the last Iceborne update was out. And I think they said that was it for Monster Hunter. Or it for World.
Monster Hunter World 2.
Yeah. Might see Elden Ring. Is No More Heroes 1 and 2 multi-platform? Yeah, multi-platform. Who never did? Huh. $50 Blood on the Sand remake. We went from like some pretty good ideas to 50 Cent Blood on the Sand remake.
Super Mario 3D All Stars remake.
There's been a lot of rumors lately, I think coming out of Bloomberg, that every single one is getting shot down. And it's been like, I think Eurogamer reported one too, but they say something like pretty obscure and then it gets like literal deconfirmation. They've been on a roll with it lately, which is really weird because usually it's a pretty solid track record. So suddenly they have some rumors, wrong. I forget what the PlayStation one was. Oh, the PlayStation one was that they were cutting production.
I was about to say, are you referring to supposedly like 4 million units being cut or whatever?
Right, and then PlayStation said, no, that's not true. There's one for Xbox too, I forget what it was. Oh, buying Mojang? No, Bungie, buying they already own that. Buying Bungie.
I was gonna say they do own Mojang.
Yeah. Nope, it was Bungie.
Man, wouldn't that be nice if they bought Bungie?
Well, they don't need to.
No, they don't need to, but if it meant, you know, Bungie having their hands on Halo again with 343.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier, wondering about the Smash character.
There's no way they would reveal that at a direct mini, right?
I don't know. You never tell with Sakurai, but I doubt it. When's this supposed to start? In 20 minutes. We went a bit early, it's fair to say.
Yeah.
I was banking on Phill dropping in.
We could tag him.
He knows.
Oh, there's our answer.
What?
He's doing his own thing.
Oh yeah, that's
'Cause
alright.
I just got pinged from his Discord server that his stream went live.
not. Okay, there we go.
Hi, Phil.
Oh,
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
all right. So we already got the first PlayStation prediction, right?
Which is
Phil.
Phill.
what is that?
What about
Wait,
the max bonus?
What
No,
is-
that's no, not today.
I
not
don't
gonna
understand.
happen.
Why am I part of the bingo card?
Well, that's why we kind of started early. Is there a way to have the Phil segment? Because the conversation's
Of
been
the pre-show.
sparse,
Yeah.
and now that
we already went
we're
over-
leading in, it can rev up a little because Phil can carry the conversation for us.
Oh. Oh, I see.
we're,
Okay.
we're very tame at the moment with our predictions and hype and all that. So it's
Well,
like,
I just
you know.
am trying to keep myself grounded. I don't want to get too
Yeah.
hyped and be disappointed.
All right. So, what exactly have we been discussing? What can I sprinkle some hype on with about?
Many of the rumors like FF16.
Yeah. So, how many of the FF16? I think is probably the most exciting rumor for me right now, just because of the fact of the a lot of the news I've been hearing. How much of the news have you been? Did you divulge?
Just what? Well, fuck you too, Phil.
He's completely off Discord.
Well, did his stream go off too?
Shit. Let's take a look.
Yoshi P is after him. He knows too much.
Oh no, he's like, are you guys still here? I don't think he's realized. I don't think he realized that something happened with his Discord. Oh, there he is.
Wow, that was
He's
a little
dead.
wild.
Welcome back.
Okay, so I guess something happened on Discord because everything was fine over on my end.
I was saying what we discussed on stream, which was most news as it, or like, you know, what we read is coming out from the financial report earlier this year, last year, or something like that. That is
Okay, so
Yoshi
a coup-
P's team.
Yeah, so a couple of industry insiders have essentially come out, and the things that they have confirmed are it is not an MMO. It is going to feature multiplayer of some extent. The game was originally supposed to be announced sometime during the original PS5 event reveal, but I want to say that COVID and everything else has completely hamstrung everybody,
Right.
and that is definitely a huge part of it all. And then, of course, obviously, the biggest news for me would be, like what you said, the Heavensward team specifically is working
Right.
on the game.
That's how long
which
it's been in
is
development,
awesome.
so it feels like believable that it's ready to be shown.
Oh, and it's apparently on an engine that is noticeable, like it is like an old school engine. So it might just be an Unreal Engine game as well, or even Crystal Tools. So, it is, and I think the main reason, because one of the insiders that have like been talking about stuff have been saying like yeah, we kind of think that the reason why Project Athia was shown before 16 was because Project Athia is a game that is absolutely using Luminous Tools' next generation engine. Like that is the game
Right.
that's going to be pushing what Square Enix's whole thing is. Which, as we all know, Luminous Engine has always been like Square Enix's what they want to be their flagship engine, but it seems like they just don't know what the hell they're doing with it half the time.
Nope. And now it's
So
just
they're
used
playing
by
it
that
safe
one
with the
studio.
next Final Fantasy iteration.
No.
Well, so right now I think that for Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're going to go ahead and stick with every iteration of Unreal Engine, just because of the fact that the Unreal Engine is so reliable, and that it's something that a lot of people, a lot of their homegrown team are very comfortable in. They've been able to generate some of their more popular releases from the Unreal Engine. Or it might just be a upgraded version of Crystal Tools, which would be insane because Crystal Tools is the engine that is working with Final Fantasy XIV, which is, I think, an offshoot of the Luminous engine, but just on a far lesser scale.
It's hard to
I do
tell
wanna
because it
say-
was all a mess stringing back to like 2005, 2006.
pretty much Square Enix decided, hey, we want to create our own engine, and they used it for a few games, which was the entirety of the Final Fantasy 13. What's up, Jose? How you doing, man? With the entirety of the Final Fantasy 13 back and forth, and then other than that,
1.0.
I don't know. Yeah, 1.0. But even then, the version of Crystal Tools that was used for 1.0 was different. So, yeah. In terms of like any actual other game releases, one of the guys that I follow who has been an industry insider for Capcom has been talking at length about how Street Fighter 6 and Resident Evil 8 were supposed to have far more presence, like a large presence.
RE8.
Yeah,
We were
it's not going to be here.
We were talking about Street Fighter or more Monster Hunter.
Right. Well, it's not going to be here, but apparently Monster Hunter, like the next Monster Hunter Switch game, is going to be announced soon. So
well,
with the new
tomorrow.
Indie Showcase, yeah, exactly. So if there's anything KOF, I'm going to shit myself. Well,
Yeah.
prepare to stay unshitted, my friend. I think it'd be really cool if SNK definitely showed up with something.
Yeah, let's see
but I
another
think that
logo.
if this event, yeah, exactly. If this event's going to show us anything, it's definitely going to be from the larger contenders. What Sony really needs to come out and show us is, first of all, we need to see the first step into the Sony first party games. I want to absolutely see if there's going to be any new standout announcements. The biggest one for me, which would absolutely kind of floor a lot of people and would really get them excited for PS5, God of War Part 2. God of War Part 2 is going to be a huge get for this event if it does happen. But that's also, trying to figure out what exactly is this event. You know what I mean? I think the most confusing part about like the timing of this all is that essentially Microsoft got leaked and had like a tiny little show reel of what was this like. Okay, here's the stuff we're offering, here's the prices, go have at it. Which by the way, we haven't been able to talk about this because I haven't been talking to you guys about this on stream. I was going to try to talk about it like yesterday, but it just didn't pan out that way. I'm so confused about the Xbox One Series S.
We were talking about that too.
Yeah.
Because
it's just
as
so
I've discussed,
stupid.
it's really silly. So as I've discussed with my friend, basically what that really infamous fucking tweet amounts to is the Xbox Series X is not the next generation experience that we wanted. In fact, it's far less, because the backwards compatibility that it is absolutely touting, essentially what it's saying is you are not going to be running the intermediary upgrade, which would be the Xbox One S version of those backwards compatible games, which means that's the best version that those games are going to run at in terms of general emulation. That means in my head that the Xbox One Series X is objectively weaker than the traditional non-digital platform that they're trying to go for, which also begs the question, is the same going to happen with the PS5? Because it doesn't make sense on any level for these systems to be intrinsically weaker than one another because of the fact just because they're missing a fucking drive. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what we were talking about. It's like, how is the Xbox Series S weaker than an Xbox One X, even though it's supposed to be next gen?
So then it'd
Right.
be like
Theoretically,
the
it
Series
doesn't make
X,
sense.
The Series X and PlayStation 5 themselves will be base consoles, essentially.
Well, as we've seen with the Series S, it's already technically weaker than the X because of the fact that the S is going to only run. It's like, okay, run everything at 120 frames per second, but only at 2K resolution.
Right.
You don't get to bump it up to 4K. So it is objectively a weaker machine, but like for me, it's always been. I mean, many of us and hardcore enthusiasts, I looked at it as like the best fucking case because, I mean, obviously everyone just wants better performance no matter what. But that also just kind of like what really needs to happen is Xbox needs to come forward and you explain to us what exactly they mean. Explain to us really what's inside of the side of the hardware, because yes, it's a fucking bang up price, and that S absolutely puts it in direct competition with the Switch. Especially considering the fact that like things like the xCloud just recently released, I want to say today.
Yeah,
or this
yesterday.
Week. Yeah. There's a lot of craziness that Xbox is attempting to do right now that Sony has been very tight-lipped on. One of the articles that I was reading was talking about how we've barely scratched the surface of what exactly Sony's new console is going to actually be doing, what the general idea of this new data streaming kind of thing that they're trying to do with the SSD is actually going to do. The best example of it, as I've discussed with a good friend of mine over at Epic Games, is that really they're the only ones that have really shown off the capabilities of the PS5's new SSD data streaming, which is to have not only so much data be flung at you, and LOD issues are essentially a thing of the past, but to do so in a way that is like instantaneous. So you're not going to be having these issues of the bigger things that we've talked about in the past. Open world games should not be something to where there should be loading screens ever again. It should only be the one loading screen. The loading screen should be relatively fast, and it should just be basically you are in that game. You don't have to worry about doing particular render tricks or anything of that nature. The game will just load itself up in accordance to the specifications that the hardware allows it to. But that also requires that people show that. And I think one of the biggest issues that Sony's going to run into this generation is the sort of the cell processor issue, in which they are biting off a little bit more than they can chew, because they're trying to do something so unique with the inclusion of 3D audio, the inclusion of the hardware, like the SSD thing, and the idea that like all these things are apparently going to come together to create what they feel is a truly next generation experience, which is great. But what exactly does that mean in the long run?
Right.
Whereas Xbox has been specifically trying to do their best at being like, we are going to be the gamers, you know, the man's man essentially of the console market. You want your performance, you want your 4K, you want these things that you want
that
it now.
puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
My concern is that, like, for Xbox specifically, with touting, like, they're touting what the consoles support. They're not touting what they will always do. Like, it could be like Flash indie games are gonna be the only things that'll be 144 hertz. And the only things that
how
hit
the
4K
developers
at those.
utilize the hardware.
Like, you're not gonna see any first-party games hit that at all. I doubt it. It's just that the hardware physically supports it now.
I think that Xbox has actually got more of a generalized grip on how to handle their first-party hardware because of the fact that they've or first-party software essentially, because of the fact that they've gone out and they've adopted so many different studios. I think that this generation is going to be a generation where we're going to see the return of the Xbox exclusive being like strong, like, or as strong, if not stronger than Sony. And to be entirely honest, there really hasn't been a moment in which Microsoft has had generally strong exclusives. I've always felt like Sony and Nintendo always beat it out, but because of the fact that they have so many different studios, I mean, Ninja Theory, the dudes over who are doing Fable,
Ori.
It's not just
Ori
titles
guys.
from developers, it's entire studios. And so it just makes me think the amount of tools all those studios have must be insane, to be honest.
Well, it's
especially if they're all talking with one another too. Like, not just with, you know, their overlord Xbox, but if the studios can share with each other.
And the other thing that we've been seeing too is the publishers, right? EA Play showing up and just completely bundling their Game Pass into the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Huge. Absolutely huge. There's going to be an entire section of people, because then you're talking about people who, the normies, like the Madden guys, the sports guys, the racing guys, that are basically going to be told, wait a minute, I can just pay the one pass, $25 a month, and I get all of this basically for free.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And
that's an insane incentive.
I was telling Austin too, it's like with the success of Game Pass recently, it's only a matter of time that PlayStation has to have some type of competition there, right? Because
They have
you
PlayStation
mentioned
Now,
PlayStation
it's just not good.
Now. Right. So it's like they have to evolve it and adapt it soon in order to compete, because it would be insane not to.
Well, now that Persona is on PC, they can't throw Vita games back in. That's not a good enough incentive anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, this is the thing where it's like, I think the reason why, generally looking back at the last or the current generation, when we talk about what exactly won the console war, it was more about the idea of Xbox essentially having the Peter Moores and that one gentleman, I forget the guy who ended up working for Zynga.
Zynga.
You know the guy I'm talking
Rip.
about. I forget his name.
Yeah, who
But-
gives a shit about him? He was
Right.
not someone that anyone gave a shit about. Phil Spencer saved Xbox. I don't care.
Essentially, I mean, when Phil Spencer was brought in to bring about to save this basically failing brand name, I mean, it was a fall from grace, I think, and unlike anyone had ever seen. There will never be a blowout harder than fucking watching the Sony CEO say, "Hey, do you want to know how to borrow or your friend's use game?" And then him just hand the fucking game over to the other gentleman and go, "Thanks."
Yeah.
There will never be a blow up
So
harder.
funny.
I think that's like I think that was Peter Moore still.
No, Peter Moore ended up working at the time. Peter Moore was with Xbox, but he ended up moving over to EA.
Yeah, he was at the worst. He was at Sega, he was at EA, at Microsoft.
Everyone knows the guy I'm talking about because it's the guy who goes TV, 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 TV consistently.
Well, I know his voice. I don't know his name.
Right.
The sad part is he probably got a really good fucking severance pay or whatever.
Oh no,
Well,
no,
I
he
mean-
did his job. They brought him on board for a particular purpose. He did his job. The only problem was that it was, I mean, you got to remember, this is coming out of the heyday of things like the online pass, right? Where Microsoft had already been initiating a whole bunch of things to kind of that were very anti-consumer practices that people were just starting to get really fed up with. And it felt like there was a massive just no one really the business guys, the CFOs, all those dudes were not understanding what the first party developers wanted from Xbox as a brand anyway, which is why we had all that Kinect nonsense happen, which really was just them chasing a fucking trend.
I forgot about the Kinect.
Right.
Remember
So,
for the first year or two you had to have the Kinect?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yep. There was a bunch
Oh, they
of just
fucked up harder than I remembered.
Yeah, there was they basically at near the tail end of the Xbox 360 era, they were just going into too many anti-consumer practices that were actively fucking them over at every moment.
Yeah.
So the only thing that they could possibly do to make up for it was to bring someone like Phil Spencer on board. And now I think that Xbox is in a better position to take the reins. The problem is with that craziness that's happening with the Xbox Series X and them not being upfront and telling anybody what's happening, there is going to be there's no reason for them to...
The pieces are there. They're just not good at marketing.
Right. Also, we started up.
Yeah, we're starting.
Here we go.
This is where all the hype of 2020 reactions are going to be.
Hopefully.
Wow, console pug.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I forgot about that space game.
Honestly, they still have the strongest showcase. Even from, Pragmata looks incredible. Ghostwire looks awesome. Dark Souls.
Well, a few
or
of these
Demon
aren't
Souls,
PlayStation
rather.
exclusive, though.
No,
Oh,
but
this is an ad. God damn it.
no, it's an ad, 100%. But
Sorry, chat.
oh, did you get hit? Did you get hit with a mid roll?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That
Coke
really
gaming.
sucks.
Whatever. We didn't miss much.
Nothing new thing shown. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going over the stuff from the last one.
Yes, but
forgot
like
about
I
that
said,
recent game.
remember, it's not necessarily about the exclusives. It's about what do you show, right? Where
Yeah.
do you start?
That's not good.
That's a little worrying.
That's
Oh, you're okay.
right.
I'm gonna refresh. PC emulating PS5. Oh, I like that
And
design.
Final Fantasy.
I like that.
That's
desi-
Final Fantasy. There's no way it's not.
And only the dominant. How do we even know the girl will be on
He just said Shiva.
Our kind do not
Oh,
question
maybe. I don't know.
orders. We follow.
Chocobos! It's here!
It said 16. It's 16, baby.
Oh
Sergeant,
shit! All right.
Summon their icon. Icon?
Wow,
picked
this
up
was
that
kept under wraps pretty well then, for the most part.
Hey, Shiva.
Oh, that's
Our
violent.
foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily.
He's dead.
Oh, there's a character. Ooh, there's
This
a dog.
will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come,
Oh my
Joshua.
god, we're really going fantasy,
Your father will be
fantasy.
expecting us.
I am Joshua's shield.
Oh, that's so hype.
Medieval
I've sworn
fantasy.
to protect him.
This
Fuck
is
yeah.
gameplay. Oh, wow.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
Malboro.
Fuck it. Malboro looks rad.
What does it matter?
It's got teleporting.
It was the
Whoa.
Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
Ooh, there's the bad guy. Oh man,
Dragoons?
Dragoon,
Yep.
Dragoon.
So, I sent in the Dragoons. Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
Oh,
That was
God.
good.
Ooh, ooh. Jesus.
Oh, this is
What a great
violent.
childhood.
Phoenix.
Stop this!
Dude, is that kid a demon?
Second life on a fire. But that's impossible.
That's Bahamut, baby.
The legacy of the crystals. Has shaped our
Oh
history.
man. This fucking stream audio skipping.
Dude, this music.
Enough.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 14 as fuck.
Ooh, and it's violent. Ooh.
I'll kill you.
No, he's handsome.
If it's the last thing I do.
He gets older.
Yo. Oh,
Awesome.
that's. Whoa!
Also available on PC in little text at the bottom.
Hell yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
insane, though. That's
Same
insane.
day, though? Same day release, I hope?
I mean, we need to talk release first. Before
yeah,
we...
yeah. Yeah, and it didn't give any date, so it may
That
still be
looks
2 years
really
away.
far along. That
could be
looks
next year.
like, yeah, it could be next year, 100%. It would give them something to pad in.
No, all,
You're
no,
about to see her
everything we're
pull
seeing
forward
is
and-
from PS5.
Okay, so it was the one game.
The
emulated
one
on
game.
PC. Okay.
So it means that everything else is probably closer to release.
Yeah. This could be
Hey.
2021.
If only the
I was
stream was
hoping we'd
60
see more of
FPS.
this. Thank God, we get to see more of this.
Did they change Miles' voice actor?
I don't think so, no.
No, that sounded like Miles.
I haven't played this game in a while, so.
Yeah, it sounded like him.
Subway card. Check. You got the house key? Yeah, I got it.
It's pretty as fuck. This is like the best looking game on PS4.
Come on, we're gonna be late. Hey, dude, I am so filling your suit with snow. Are you still wearing your suit?
Yeah, you know, just in case.
It's gonna be fine.
Nothing bad happens at Christmas.
Yeah, never. Never not.
See,
Especially in
is
this
my
world.
favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music. Man, this would be great for the
Because,
last
like,
3
you know,
hours.
this
Get
is
back into mixing.
so believable that this
been
is
a
what it
while.
looks like. Especially
Well, this
after,
isn't too far off from what
Yeah.
the PS4 version looks
Yeah,
like, which already
exactly.
looks
Still hard to think
already
about
pushed that
politicians.
console to its fucking limits,
It's been a teacher my
100%.
whole life. Similar skill sets, right? Corralling people, educating them, making sure they don't throw
Well, it
things at
also
each
helps
other.
that Spider-Man
It was
didn't go
confirmed that
fully realistic
FF16
and has a
is
style
Crystal
to it.
Tools.
Hi, I'm Brian Porton, creative director at
I'm very
Insomniac
excited
Games.
for 16.
We're excited to show you
People
this
are
first
saying that
look at
voice acting was
gameplay
very much
of
like
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales.
how do you say
Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the
FF12,
first
which
game.
has some
We
fantastic
find
fucking
Miles'
voice
new
acting.
home,
It
her
does,
home,
yeah.
is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground. A high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
You know what's more impressive is the snow.
Yup.
Absolutely.
I like how it's a different season.
Ooh, it's on. It's sticking to him. Shit.
Yeah, you could actually see the snow. Look at the snow on the hood. That's insane.
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else.
Look at the Saints Row dude, right?
Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry.
Oh, that's right. I'm so excited to see what kind of powers that you're able to use now.
Right.
Keep him busy.
I wish I had a thing on my back that anything could attach to, honestly. Ooh!
The bridge is coming down.
Oh, good. We get to gameplay.
I have to stop this.
Whoa!
Yeah, the abilities and power-ups are definitely something that can be improved on from the last one. They were pretty lackluster.
So this is definitely
Some
the
infinite
place
shit.
to experiment.
Yeah.
People are trapped over there. I have to push past these guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, I really like that dynamic, getting pushed against the fucking car, and then just being able to like bounce off of it.
Yeah, he teched it.
I will say though, I kind of miss the quips. Miles is more just kind of talking
Well, this
to
is like a
himself
set
rather than-
piece.
Yeah,
He's got to learn. He'll be doing it
Yeah,
by
I
the end of the
guess.
game.
The bus.
The best part of the game.
Everybody get out.
Ooh.
Don't worry, I
think there was a boat there.
Miles in general isn't quippy like Peter. Yeah, 100%.
I've got an idea.
I like that the QTs are not as like press button.
Well, they had in the first game, like, okay, spam the R1 for your weapons.
Yeah,
and stuff.
but the thing was is that it would literally there was a blue hue that took up the entire screen. Like it was like you have to do
yeah,
this or
yeah,
fail. Yeah. This is a lot more natural. Hey guys, imagine if like you gave Avengers to a team like this. How crazy would that be, right? Fuck.
I feel really bad about like putting this footage next to Halo on a technical standpoint. Halo's not trying to be like this, but still.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is still in game, which is wild.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Yeah. Down. Down to replay that. Down to play the fucking new expansion. Down.
Yep. It looks good.
It's a hell of an exclusive. Yeah, it's gonna be a launch title, bro. For the most part.
Or pretty close. It's this year, so.
Buy me a PS5. I got you, baby.
I'm really irritated that they're gonna end on the price point.
They're going to 100%.
Better be 400.
Still, console exclusive Final Fantasy. That's insane.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, finally. You've been
Gathering
hearing about
from
this for how
Avalanche?
long?
Also, these guys have absolutely come out and separated themselves from J.K. Rowling, so everyone can enjoy this.
That common bond we share.
I don't know why I was mixing up with fucking Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, you're right. Okay, they actually have a very similar logo, honestly.
Now it is time
Oh!
to tell your own story
That's a
to
really
these
cool
hallowed
setting.
halls
Hogwarts.
and quite
Well, no, just late
possibly
1800s. Like,
No, I know. I just wanted to ruin it.
oh, you're right.
every corridor, every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story of witches and wizards who came before.
Do I get to pick my house?
It is kind of crazy that it took this long for such a high-profile series to actually get a huge AAA experience like this.
I guess they wanted to do it right. Hopefully.
Mastering spells. There is a larger world.
Very good choice to basically separate it entirely from the Harry Potter series, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Far enough back where even Dumbledore won't matter.
Right.
Because I still think that's the mistake with Fantastic Beasts.
You possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power.
More like why risk the expense? Okay, that makes sense, but like,
Is limitless.
I don't know. I think Harry Potter is the kind of there was a time in the Harry Potter franchise would just make money. It just printed money.
It had licensed games. They just were run-of-the-mill licensed games like all was coming out that gen.
Yeah.
Oh, that version of the theme.
The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
That's
it's nice
awesome.
to know that this game actually exists.
Yeah, neat.
Next year, crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah, Wizards 101 did it first. Shake my head. Thank you, Gord.
Gord needs to be stopped.
I would hope it would be open world.
I want to watch that. I want to watch that 16 trailer again so bad.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Right.
I was
I'm
gonna
Dan
just
Vondrak,
say,
creative director of
how
Raven.
long is it gonna take
One
till
of
we
our
get
goals
to
as
fucking
developers is
COD?
to bring
Oh,
the game
yeah,
world to life
COD.
unlike
Well,
anything
here's
you've
my
ever
bathroom break.
experienced, and the
I keep
PlayStation
forgetting that
5
COD
is making
rotates
that
between
happen.
like 3
With
studios.
the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall experience. From what you see in the world, to how it feels in your hands, to what you hear around you. In Black Ops Cold War, you will be transported to the year 1981.
This really is our.
in the middle of one of the most dangerous
I was
times
saying
the world has ever
TGS
known,
is going to
the
be
height
packed because
the
of what
Cold
happened
War.
with E3.
The following
Oh,
is
yeah.
a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis.
Oh
But
wow,
in true Black Ops
16 might be
style,
taking
nothing is as it seems.
Ed,
Take a look.
Vagrant story.
Yeah, it is the same director as the Ivalice games.
Wow.
He's working with Yoshi P. Isn't that a fucking combination?
That's insane.
That's why
No
I didn't
wonder
want
that
to
game
like.
looks so fucking violent.
That's why I wanted to temper my expectations because it's like that's too true of a combo to be true.
That game's gonna be fucking incredible. Holy shit.
Like those are the two people that have done the best with Final Fantasy in the last decade.
Airfield's just a bad.
2 decades.
Yeah, and to have a incredible showcase like that, where it's like that game's probably gonna be rated M. Like that's whoa,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
excited.
Yeah, because he bailed like through 12 because of how Square was, so it's also impressive to have him back. And it should be more on his terms. You know, that era with Square was really up their ass until 1.0 failed.
Yeah. Also revealed that we are finally at a point in which they've said, fuck it, guys, sorry, turn-based is not the way to go anymore.
Yeah.
Unless
No.
there's something we're not seeing, but like I
If
highly
7
doubt that any of that was turn-based.
With how 7 Remake did, I'm alright with that.
A rush might be
Exactly.
They have other RPGs to do that anyways, like the next Octopath.
But you know what, but like Remake, I mean, still had like RPG mechanics. That
Yeah.
looked like full-on action, like 100%.
Yeah, the hit stop, the parries, the warping.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a rush. Hold fire. We need a positive.
Will there be a mission where we distribute coke to the inner cities? God willing.
That's our man. Take him out.
Here or in Final Fantasy?
Oh, Sniper Elite.
So I've said this before.
Yeah.
We were. Oh wow, we are kind of like stonewalling and sandbagging this, but the most exciting Call of Duty series has always been the Black Ops franchise. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I don't remember Black Ops 2 or 3 all that well. 4 was different.
Black Ops 2 was incredible. You're crazy.
Black Ops 2 is pretty good.
You're nuts. Black Ops 3
I
and
love
4
the
are
first
definitely the
Black
ones where it's like
That
game.
Our family played COD back to COD 2 and a little. I got worn out after Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
But my whole thing too, though, is I really liked zombies, and I also think the first Black Ops was the peak of zombies.
Well, this has zombies, so.
Hey, the RCXD's back.
Right, but I don't know if it'll be any good.
Now, from what my friend was telling me, my friend Mike's in the chat, he can tell me right now, apparently they're doing something unprecedented where this version of Cold War is actually going to have interoperability between the like the Warzone that is being played now. So there are things you can carry over into Cold War, kind of like how like PSO2 is doing with the Genesis, which is great. I think that's like the perfect way for Call of Duty to keep doing their thing, is to just be like, hey, you know, new single player experience, have this this persistent multiplayer experience across the board every single year.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
So that you'll be a little bit better with the 200 gigabyte file size.
Right, 100%.
This set piece is pretty cool.
I'm so excited for this. Like, I cannot stress enough.
I hope the single player is good. I don't know. It's not worth $60 for just single player for me, though.
Anytime Woods is on screen, I
We
clap.
hope you enjoyed that sneak peek of the campaign for Black Ops Cold War.
Like, it's one thing I will always give to the COD
Turns
series.
along
Like,
the
even
way
if
as we begin to
sometimes like the
unravel the
multiplayer
truth,
is like a
and we
bit
can't wait for
lackluster
you
at
to play it
times,
soon.
they can nail
In
set
addition to the
pieces
story
really
campaign, Cold
well.
War features the
Right.
next generation of
Like a
multiplayer
majority of the
online
times, like
combat
majority of the
and
times, you can
an
think
all-new
back to a
awesome
COD
zombies
game, and there's at
experience.
least like
Today,
one or
I
two
have the
moments that will
special
like
honor
stick in
to
your
announce
head.
on behalf of my friends at Treyarch
100%.
Crimson wants
that
to
the
know if Max is
PlayStation
asleep.
community doesn't have to wait to play multiplayer.
Probably it's Max.
I want to
Starting
know
this
too.
Friday, PlayStation players will be able to play the multiplayer alpha
Alpha,
exclusively
neato.
on PlayStation 4. And for those of you that are watching at home on your
No,
PS4,
no feed
Get
required to be
fucked,
an
Germany and
active.
Japan.
starting tomorrow. We can't wait to see you online on Friday and through the
Also, just,
weekend.
like,
Enjoy the rest of the
one
show.
weekend or something.
All right, so we'll definitely be playing some COD over the weekend. I'm excited.
We're halfway through.
Is it gonna be a console exclusive? I'm still thinking about 16. Console exclusive for a year, or is it just gonna be console exclusive in general? That's crazy.
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
that's
is
what I'm
not
sure.
like ever console exclusive forever. Well, then again, it is
Yeah.
coming to PC anyway, so.
He'll somehow
eight.
find his
Eight,
way to
eight,
the
eight,
best
eight,
eventually.
Yeah, this is Resi 8.
All clear.
Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Let's go, Jose.
Take him away.
Ooh,
God, I can't wait.
I want to go
I
there.
can't wait to play this.
That looks cool.
There's a whole
It
village.
looks better already. It looks better from what we saw already.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Ethan just wants to grill at home.
Ethan just literally is the actual everyman protagonist.
Yeah.
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid.
Yeah, quit being a baby.
Capcom is gonna have some of the best running games
Long
next
ago,
gen.
A young girl went with her
Because the
mother to
engine's
the
already
forest for her
fucking
father,
phenomenal.
Who was hard
Yeah.
at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
It's Tim Burton's pseudo-narrative, yeah.
It's just a local tale.
They really like that.
Yeah.
They like that a lot.
I'm really excited. It just seems to take like everything that I liked about 7 and just like expanding.
I love that setting. Whoa, it's Leon.
Oh, that was a merchant. Let's go. Gonna need some gameplay soon, man. That game was apparently supposed to be coming out in January.
Yay, we get to see more Deathloop! Oh, I wasn't sure if they would show more already, but I'm so happy.
Inject it into my veins. As I need it faster, put it in my arteries.
You want out of a time loop? You gotta learn how it works. Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Igor.
I am a respected scientist.
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Yeah. That is the most aggressive neck snap I've ever seen.
Well, when you've been through what he's been through.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just perfect the technique every time.
Oh fuck.
I've I've tried taking my targets out one by one more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives. Because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Igor's a big fan, yet somehow he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Colt, you there, buddy?
Here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it, it works!
That he makes every morning. Unless I
What's that
get
gun?
there first.
Oh, it's a nail gun. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
No experiment, no breakthrough. No reason for Igor not to drink his disappointment with Alexis. Now I got
that's so cool.
I wonder how much you can expand on that. Like if you can like just like get them all in one location, like right at the end of the game. You just throw the allies.
Yeah.
God, the music too, though.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fuck Igor.
8 targets on my list. Every one of them with grand plans.
Kurt Igor getting it first every time.
I gotta break the rules. Clock's ticking.
And you just ran out of time. You keep forgetting, Colt. I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
Okay, so summer.
Oh, that's soon.
Wow.
Also available on PC.
That's a console exclusive.
Cool.
Wow.
I want one of these to pop up in just big text available on PC and then small text available on console.
Available on console.
On Xbox too, whatever.
Okay, so Mike is saying weapons operators, blueprints, and unexplained amount of progression will carry over from Modern Warfare to Call of Duty Cold War.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, we got Capcom in the building again.
That's commercial, bitch!
That day, if our positions were switched,
Special edition.
would our fates be different?
Someone in chat called that.
Would I have your life? And you mine? You a demon?
They fucking motherfuckers. Of course.
Sick. More music, let's go.
Is that fucking Rob Swire?
Kneel before me. This is power.
Great. Who the fuck is Max? What? That's sick!
Let's go.
Rest in peace.
Twitch is trying to keep up with the bit rate.
Like I was saying, Capcom's gonna do next gen performance so well.
Whoa!
Racing.
Let's go!
Sick.
That was insane. changing into V? Fuck, bro, that's so cool. What the fuck? Okay, cool.
Get more Oddworld.
What are they doing?
That's clean.
Did those fugitive morons burn down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but that's exactly what it.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, at least it happened during Oddworld. Sorry, Oddworld fans.
What? I looked down. I'm sorry.
I got
Mid-roll
the
ad.
mid-roll ad.
Have we had a mid-roll ad yet, guys? These are really bad.
Yeah, tell me about it. Almost there.
The threats are larger, the obstacles are more devious, and it's all made possible.
This is
by the
Oddworld
power
Inhabitants,
of
my friend.
PlayStation 5. Enjoy.
So Oddworld Inhabitants sponsored by Cult Gaming.
What is this? I am 12. Welcome.
I'm worried about the ads also putting me behind. Batter. It says batter right now. Is that what it says for you guys?
More brutal.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I am ready to play a modern day Oddworld that actually controls well, because
yeah.
that Oddworld remake and Oddworld itself just do not control well.
Wait here.
Scruffy, thanks for the sub.
We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. My tummy's growling. I'm hungry.
I don't want to save them anymore. I just want them all to die.
Goddamn.
All right, so another 30 minutes maybe.
No, we have like 8 minutes.
Oh, is it gonna end?
It's
Is
40.
it only
It's 40 minutes long.
Oh.
Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again.
Oh no! It's FNAF.
I'm gonna get my pizza.
Come out and we can play
Yeah, it
the
is.
game together. It won't happen again.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of interested in the setting.
It was just a glitch.
Gregory.
I like the atmosphere
be
though.
still.
Yeah.
I think she's found us.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, I'll still probably
Kind
try
of.
it.
Yeah. I like the atmosphere. The atmosphere is really cool. That was really nice. Did it really need... Do we need one of these transitions after FNAF? Just go to the next one. Go to the next one. We don't have time. Move, move, move.
I'm back. What's Phil screaming about?
It's just why do we need one of these transitions? Oh, that's God of War. No, Dark Souls, Demon Souls. Yes.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
Aye, Demon Souls.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended.
Hiroshi Takai is the producer who worked on The Last Remnant, lead artist. Takahashi, who worked on 14, 9, 3, and 11.
Let strength be granted
It's an all-star fucking cast.
Yup.
so the world might be mended.
God, this looks fucking gorgeous.
But we're gonna get an unannounced game to end on. Oh wow. Oh hey, Antling. That's cool.
Pizza's hot as shit.
Even the backstab is a little bit more brutal. It looks great.
Animations are unfucking real.
Actually, it's Unity.
Fuck off.
Damn, that was instant. Good. It should be.
That's insane if that's actually truly instant.
They're too overpowered. Just kill everything in one hit. Nerf them. Send an invader.
This actually looks really good.
And Gord, you know who made Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles? Oh, get fucked. They were called the Game Designers Studio.
Right.
Because Square was in a contract with Sony at the time. So they made a new studio so they could work with Nintendo.
It's kind of crazy. We've never seen anyone turn on God mode for a Souls presentation.
Just
That's
killing
kind of
everything
weird.
everything in one hit. No.
This looks fucking amazing.
Fog doors are instant as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's really just there for aesthetic now. Doesn't look like a real game. That's kind of because, I mean, this is kind of where we're at, really. Oh, wow.
He actually got hit.
It's interesting seeing him actually like swing up.
Yeah, no, he is swinging up. That's really cool.
I didn't have God mod on that time. Feels bad.
Of course, we needed one. We needed one. You died.
That spider looks fucking terrifying. Terror Guard looks amazing. I hate that area of the game.
I can kind of tell what you mean, Haoki, but here's the thing. Blue Point are actually magic. Like, they are actually fucking wizards at creating really good-looking games that run spectacularly. They're fucking actual wizards.
Souls fans are thriving right now.
That looked really good. That's like the best I've ever seen Souls look.
Now they need to throw in a Bloodborne.
Oh, don't. How could you?
Elden Ring fans are in the corner crying.
Elden who?
What, one more thing?
Oh my god.
What is?
You didn't couldn't
no,
tell
it's
by the butt
fucking
sound?
Fortnite.
One more thing.
The latest thing with Fortnite right now is like a bunch of Marvel stuff, and for some reason I just couldn't care less, which sucks.
I really want to know who does the ramping up of these announcements. Like, why the fuck wasn't that just in the first fucking thing you showed? Why
just
was
want, like,
the
put them in a locker?
Yeah, like just.
The PlayStation Plus collection. This
Okay,
might be
what do you got
substantial, so
here?
what do we got?
Is this their Game Pass?
It's shapes.
Maybe?
PlayStation Plus benefit.
Can you kill something that big?
All those are included with Gold, or with, yeah, with Gold. That's a pretty fucking good lineup.
God, Uncharted 4 is such a fucking great game. I think this is their Game Pass.
I was gonna say, there's a few of these that are remarkable.
Oh.
My name is Connor.
Trap.
Yeah, they're probably throwing PS Now together with it, and just PS Plus.
This game sucks.
Oh.
And now it's the same thing with Sony. There would be a lot of value going into the digital-only console because you're gonna have everything like this in the past, right? Day one.
Yep.
It's time.
Not royal?
I mean, yeah.
Get fucked.
Okay. Those are just games you have.
I didn't
Those
get
are
a chance
just
to read
free
all the
game-
stuff down there.
No, it was just. It's not even like a Game Pass. It's here's your free library.
Yep. It's just part of the PlayStation Plus stuff now. Although, wouldn't be surprised if they announced like a price increase.
So early adopters are gonna have a fuck ton of games to play if they look better. What a weird thing to end on. Why do these people fucking do these conferences like this?
Yeah, how much does it cost now?
Wow. Look at these angles. Check this shit out. Michael Bay's having a fucking loving this shit. Look at my
Delayed to
ridges.
2021.
Look at the cardboard. Gonna nut. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Wow, so...
Oh, gee, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that one.
What's the problem, Steven? What's the problem?
I like
You good?
So now you know.
So the Series S is
Thank you all
cheaper
for
than...
joining us today. And for being
The
part of
Series S
this
is cheaper, but also less
Your passion
powerful.
as fans
So
of the game that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences
And it's
on
digital
PS5.
only, so comparing just
From
the
everyone at
Series X to the
PlayStation,
PlayStation 5,
we
they're the
appreciate
same
your
price.
continued support, and we look forward to
How
you getting
much-
your hands on PS5.
how bigger is the
very
hard
soon.
drive?
Yeah, that's
To
also a
close,
pretty important factor.
Let me leave you with one more quick one.
What do you got?
We got one more thing.
They
Bloodborne
heard
time.
you, Phill. They heard you live.
Just Horizon. Wait, that's snow from Bloodborne.
Gotta work too then.
No, it's gotta work part 2. 100%.
Yeah.
It's gotta work part 2.
Actually, that's the Yakuza swirl. Never mind. Yeah, PS5, gigabyte.
Death Stranding 2.
You must prepare yourself.
A logo. Cool.
That's...
Oh wow, that's soon as fuck.
Oh wow, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. They've been busy.
So, some cool announcements. Let's go. That price, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm not getting it at launch anyways, but...
Well... So what is the, so what's the... Okay, we need to take a look at the differences. We needed to figure this out. Okay. Hold on, let me find this shit. Are we still here, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Baku, it's $3.99 digital, $4.99 for CD drive.
I'm trying to find the specs in the digital edition.
I don't know if they ever like publish. I think it's the same, just no drive. Right?
Okay.
I think it's pretty fair to say that it does in price go by power.
The only one major difference between the PS Digital 5 edition and that's the blue 4K UHD Blu-ray drive. Digital edition does not include a disc drive. Digital edition has a slightly smaller profile in the absence of it. But I want to know what I'm trying to figure out what the fucking size of the USB is, or not the USB, the hard drive.
Oh, hard drive size, yeah.
They all have expandable storage options, which is good.
Yeah.
The Series S does not allow for external storage options.
Oh, come on. The digital one?
Yeah, it does not
Fuck
allow
off,
for
Microsoft.
Yeah, it does not allow for it. It seems that the only difference between the PS5 digital and the PS5 like traditional one is literally just the idea that there is a drive. That's about it. Whereas the Series S, here's my problem. This just looks like the Series S is going to be not as good of a fucking steal anymore as I thought it was going to be originally. It has less options. It's not as powerful as the Series X. It is, I think they fucked up. I just want to know how big the actual hard drive is for the PS5 Digital Edition, which I'm not getting any fucking thing on. Digital Edition hard drive space, which is going to be the SSD. It's not going to be a hard drive. If anyone can help me, I can't find anything on this. It looks like there's just not. They're just talking about the SSD itself. So that's my biggest thing. So the problem with the concept of the digital only frontier is the idea that inherently what you're talking about is you need to have a system that allows you to install as many games as you want without really kind of like throwing things to the side. I think the biggest problem with what's happening in this current generation right now is games are just exceedingly large. And if you're going to sit there and tell me that there's only a 512 gigabyte SSD within the PS5 digital edition, it's not worth my fucking time. Because the other thing is
playing Warzone, you can have 2 more games.
So exactly. Yeah. So it's like if you have an expandable storage option, and then on top of that expandable storage option, the external storage option, if I'm going to be loading things externally off of the hard drive and as a way to just make ends meet off of the digital version, why in the fuck, like how in the fuck is the SSD going to actually factor into the general gameplay of what I'm trying to fuck with? So if it's a terabyte, I'm completely fine with that. The only reason why I don't think it's going to be a terabyte is because SSDs are still very expensive. So especially trying to mass create a terabyte SSDs specifically for the digital version would be hard.
What you can do on PC is the Samsung's QVO line of SSDs are meant to be really fast read, but they're not good for writing constantly. So, you know, video editing, no. Playing games, ideal, but
Yeah,
unless you're
100%.
installing a lot off and on.
Well, that also begs the question: is what we're dealing with, traditionally speaking, an in-house thing, or did they actually team up with another, like a Samsung or somebody like that, to get this thing off the ground? I just don't know much about the overall specs.
Right, it was at the reveal. It was the PS5 hard drive is 820 gigabytes because that's post OS.
Do we have a special specs? I'm looking at a spec sheet right now. So the CPU for the PS5 is an 8X Zen 2 cores at 3.5 gigahertz variable frequency. With the Series X is at 8X cores at 3.8 gigahertz, so it's a little more, with 3.6 gigahertz with SMT custom Zen 2 CPU, and it looks like the Series X is only like 2 less points of gigahertz. It's got like essentially the same CPU. The GPU is 10.28 teraflops with 36. I forget what the CUs are. At 2.223 gigahertz variable frequency. Xbox Series X has 2 more whole teraflops, which does actually amount to something. And here's the wild part: the Series X is absolutely not as powerful. It only has 4 teraflops at 20 CUs at 1.5.65 gigahertz. So I don't think the Series X is worth being bought anymore. That is insane. They all have the same custom RDNA 2 GPU architecture, but still, that is crazy to think about, that the Series X is such a massive Series S, I'm sorry, such a massive downgrade from the X.
Yeah.
And since both of them now we're essentially looking at an even race, it is, I'm going to go ahead and relent. I'm going to say that it's not as clear cut for me. I think the PS5 is going to have far more of an advantage here. Because first and foremost, there's a lot of console exclusives that we were quote-unquote console exclusives that we were shown that are definitely going to be taking the world by storm. Final Fantasy 16, such a massive get, just to, even on a console exclusive basis, and then to have not only all of those games come out that are for free. Basically, you buy a PS5, I'm assuming within the first generation, you get all of these games for free. If that is something that's like you just have a PS5 and you just have all those games like out of the gate, no matter what, that's insane. Like that's a hell of a fucking get. Those are all really spectacular first-party games, and that's the thing. They aren't just like the Games Pass where it's like, oh, it's an amalgamation of everything. No, those are all strictly first-party titles. There's a lot of people who very much love their first-party titles from Sony, and I feel like right now, just because of the fact that the Series S is so much inherently worse off than the Series X, that I don't feel as strong as I did before, where I think that Microsoft's going to be able to kind of play the slow but steady race. I think that they need to go back to the drawing board with the Series S. They need to definitely make it as much more powerful. And they definitely make it so it doesn't come with infamous tweets that nobody understands what the fuck is happening, but is inherently saying, yeah, it's not as powerful as our intermediary custom current gen hardware. It's just not a good look right now for Microsoft. And I think that's mainly because of the fact that as far as we know, both versions of the PS5 are just inherently the same, right?
Yeah.
They're just the same fucking hardware. Because first and foremost, the size didn't really change. It's just it doesn't have that little curve. Yeah, it's just the size doesn't change at all. It's the same console, just without the drive. But that also is I just really want to know how many. If it's a terabyte, cool. If games are down to 20 to 30 gigs after the compression that's available within, because they talked about how they are going to be able to compress games at larger rates than they've ever have before, which is a really important thing to do.
Yeah,
cannot
I
stress
hope.
enough. Yeah, cannot stress enough that fucking Remake is 87 gigs. I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
you know, these games need to get brought down at the very least to 30 to 40 gigabytes minimum.
Audio is like such an easy one to tackle, you know. And I'm always gonna bring it up because it's so impressive. Is Smash's entire soundtrack of 1,000 songs is a gigabyte. It's like less than a gigabyte.
And what's wild is the quality of all those songs is almost lossless.
Yeah.
Which is a kind of a gimmick, honestly, anyway. But like, because there's nothing that is like true lossless, but still.
But for a game, it's everyone needs to do that. Everyone needs that level of compression.
100%. 100%. I am going to be pulling up. Let me see.
When I took a look at
information.
you know, because to make the Noctis mod, I had to extract all of Final Fantasy 15's voice lines. They are, I mean, they don't sound high quality for one, and number two, they still have some pretty sizable size to them. They are compressed some. Like, what happens with is you take the game files and you convert them to like a WAV, and then you get like the full size of it, right? They are compressed down, just not nearly enough.
100%.
I feel really bad that I'm just looking forward to this kid having a traumatic, terrible childhood. And I'm gonna go, oh cool, Sheep is there too.
Okay, so I'm trying to see if there's any places that have more information on what's going to be happening within all these games, because it seems like how do you say? All right. Yeah, most Gematsus and stuff like that, they don't have any hard details. Like for Final Fantasy, if I click on it, it's just oh no, it is not Yoshida.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man.
It is a Final Fantasy all-star cast.
That I'm so fucking excited.
Barring
That's insane.
Katase and Nomura are so far from this. This is everyone else.
Oh.
And it's so well deserved. Yoshi P saved the fucking franchise. He saved the company. He's still saving the company right now.
I know, but who's the writer? If fucking Ishikawa is the writer,
if
bro.
Ishikawa can get in on it.
If Ishikawa is in on it as the writer, that's it. This game's gonna be fucking legendary.
Gilgamesh has to be in it.
Fucking legendary.
It's gonna be the next iteration of Gilgamesh. Oh god.
Oh,
it is 2021. And Hiroshi
Meanwhile,
Takai.
I'm trying to get out of Midgar.
Oh no.
Oh shit. Okay, so let's go back. Let's take a look. Okay, so this should be. You know what? Do they have? Hold on. Yes, they do. Let me just go ahead and run this back.
Yeah, make Hildebrand the next Gilgamesh. They both just start appearing in the other games. In canon as themselves. That'd be so awesome.
And he says, if Noctis isn't in it, throw it in the trash, which I highly disagree with getting.
Because the 14 influence is so obvious at every step of this. And the Evilise influence.
I mean,
oh
it's...
my god, it's so...
It looks fucking... And that's all gameplay. That's all fucking gameplay. This is such an incredible fucking looking game already. I'm going to be watching this trailer back and forth. I kind of upset that there's no release date, because this looks really far along.
Right.
This looks like... I know we just got an announcement, this looks really far along. But also... I wonder if it's like people were shouting out. I was like, is it Soken on the soundtrack as well? Because it totally sounds like FF14 music, 100%.
Right. I thought Soken came in later. I wasn't sure. Has Soken been there since the beginning?
Since Heaven's Ward, I want to say.
Oh, because it sounds like Heaven's Ward's theme.
Yeah.
All that chanting choir and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So sick. And he is a very, like, he deserves, like, the mantle of, like, the next known Final Fantasy music composer.
Yeah.
His shit's fantastic.
This is wild because it honestly looks like Tales, like a Tales combat system.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much reminded me of Tales of Arise, which we haven't really seen or heard from in a while.
Dude's got a mix of powers.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I do wonder if it's only going to be about one protagonist, though.
Mr.
Can
True
definitely
says that
see.
Jeff Keighley just announced Demon Souls as a launch title.
That's okay. Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah, PS5 is going to be basically the fucking the winner, the breadwinner for the next, I don't know, year. Because there's going to be so many people who want to jump on board that Demon Souls train. My guess is that FF16 comes out in March next year. That's really close.
Yeah, that is pretty close. Luna,
That's
it's also going to be on
close.
PC. It's going to be on PC as well.
TGS is coming up. We may have some more news from TGS.
Yeah.
I didn't think they could
now
do
I'm excited to
something
get the PC upgrade for FF16.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I didn't think they could do something that could make me excited for something that wasn't Remake Part 2, but fuck, bro. This is incredible. Like, guys in chat, can't stress enough, this is going to be the best fucking Final Fantasy ever. Like, 100%. Like, it is hands down. That's a Final Fantasy 14 track. It's soaking. It has to be.
It is just the people they have on it. It's an all-star cast. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a fucking insane cast of people that are just, and it's fucking action, which means it's gonna transcend that bullshit of like, oh, like turn-based. So like,
don't like turn-based or MMO combat.
Yeah, it does look pretty done, Halky, but you know, go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, I was just saying, speaking of music as well, they announced the Virgil's Battle theme, Bury the Light, music by composer Casey and sung by Victor Borba. And it'll be available on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Music on Monday.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear the rest of it. Definitely has some Rob Swire vibes. Totally on board with that. Obviously, the Miles Morales expansion pack looks really cool. All of the infamous powers he has, really fantastic. I mean, if you guys haven't already played Spider-Man and you are thinking about buying a next-generation console, fuck, you might as well. You probably would do. You could do worse. You could absolutely do worse. You could buy a Series S.
This will be a bitter fight.
You might as well buy the PS5, whatever edition, and just play this game. Also, the battle music is incredible.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him.
What I love that the turnaround story for 14 still develops. So great.
Listen, Yoshi P that's just so insane. I've never been more excited for a fucking game. Like that is, I'm like brimming. I'm just like happy.
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal.
They also announced that this is going to be bundled with Spider-Man Remastered. Yeah, exactly. So this is not just like, that's what I'm saying. If you haven't played Spider-Man, you might as well wait. Buy this, buy the PS5 and just buy this game.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Demon Souls at launch. You're gonna have all those incredible PS4 titles. They're probably gonna run better at launch, look better at launch. And then this is probably gonna come out either November or December. And this is just gonna be really good. Any more thoughts on the Spider-Man?
Not really. Like Final Fantasy just stole the show from me.
100%. Harry Potter, crazy looking game.
Yeah, Harry Potter
looks
more
really on that, though.
Harry Potter RPG is chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what you'd like. It looks exactly what you want a Harry Potter game to be.
And again, like Austin mentioned, I like how they removed it from anywhere near anything Harry Potter related.
No, that was Phil saying that, but yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there are many Square Enix and Final Fantasy characters with dumber names than Joshua. Don't you worry. Butts comes to mind. Butts
It's
is a good
Bart's.
one. Bart,
It's
sorry.
Bart's. But it is absolutely Butts
Harris.
in the fucking original. Yeah, no, this is probably one of the most spectacular takeaways from the show for me, is because I've never been excited for Harry Potter since the books were finished. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been kind of hard for me to get back onto that horse. All the Fantastic Beasts shit, I don't want to fucking talk. None of that looks good.
It's not.
This looks really fucking cool. And the best part is that it is so far removed from the original storyline, but it still taps into that really amazing world that J.K. Rowling is responsible for. Yes, but we don't have to, like, now it's like a group of like creatives that are going to take these amazing like things that she put together, and it looks like it's going to be a really genuinely fun storyline. And as we've seen from the movies, you can do some crazy shit in combat-wise with Harry Potter spells. So, yeah, I'm excited, man.
If I use the Avada Kedavra spell, do I instantly get expelled?
Probably.
It's like a, you know, she's like a problematic George Lucas. It's like a George Lucas situation.
Yeah, a problematic George Lucas.
Rip the series,
so you mean George Lucas?
Rip the series from them, but for a more valid, like, you know, genuine reason why we should.
Yeah, no, I mean, can't stress enough. It's like, guys, listen, you can support whatever you want, you can love whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but if the creator of the thing that you like is problematic, you do have to call them out on it. Listen, Rurouni Kenshin, one of the best animes of all time. That guy is a child kid like Fiddler. He should be called out for that. Like,
and don't erase the history, because then we'll never learn from it.
Exactly. Don't be like, oh, don't move on from it. Just like understand that unfortunately there's a lot of really problematic people that are also very, very creative and have done very good things for you know, society as a whole, which is a shame. But
they're replaceable, and Harry Potter can continue without her.
Yep, 100%.
That's how it is.
100%. That world is strong enough. Is diddler a bannable word? I don't care. So yeah, Call of Duty, Cold War. Like I said, hugely excited for it. I can't stress enough that like the Woods on screen, I do clap. Woods is one of my favorite Call of Duty characters of all time, next to fucking Reznov. I know that Mason should technically be gone, like broken of the Reznov hallucinations. I do want Reznov to appear somehow. I really just want him to be here. The set piece looks incredible. In fact, this is probably the best looking set piece I've seen from a modern day Call of Duty game in a long time. Because it's more grounded in this approach. It isn't like as fantastical as some of them have attempted to be. And I really do like the more grounded approach for Call of Duty. Now, mind you, wall running is always going to have a special place in my heart. Wall running Call of Duty is always fun. But, you know. Continuing the BL story is a wonderful choice. Exactly. No, 100%. I agree. The Black Ops storyline... woof. Was that fucking necessary?
The legacy of the
Who did what? You get a sub or something? You get a donation?
No. It's just, go to my stream real quick. I'll play it again.
Okay, hold on.
Go to the stream real quick. The grenade thing, no. Like, that's cool. It's this melee this man's about to do.
Oh, I see.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I mean that's fucking sick, but like,
you gotta get the job
shit,
done.
Mason.
I'll kill you if it's the last thing I do.
I like the idea. It's like, oh yeah,
awesome.
you know, through the neck, gunshot to the head, neck snap, just for good measure.
Yeah. Do you know how strong you have to be to snap someone's neck with a knife you put in their head already? You know how much fucking forearm strength you need to even bother with that?
I don't know, but can you tell us from experience?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
no.
It's a sufficient amount, but obviously, and then no, I can't. I do like the idea that the final thing that really takes this fucking plane out is the Toy Story RCXD fucking.
Oh,
It's
no.
so good.
I also like the fact that they like throw essentially everything at the back of the plane to be like, no, no, it's coming. No, stop it. No.
Shoot it, God, for the love of fuck, shoot it.
I don't know if that's for that might be for the PlayStation version, but DMC5 Special Edition will have 120 FPS mode.
And ray tracing.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment. Is everyone on board for Call of Duty? We're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the sub, man. Love you, Jose.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal.
Resident Evil, man. So this trailer is not as fucking incredible as that first reveal trailer was. That reveal trailer is something else. But it's good to see that we're seeing more of it. It's a lot like they're really honing in on the atmosphere of the game. The guy who is leaking a lot of stuff for like Resident Evil 8 has talked about a really awesome section that includes Ethan kind of like seeing the town, they hold him at gunpoint, and then the Beastmen start like essentially invading the area, and it turns into less of a set piece and more of a survival set piece, right? Where Ethan has to get like his bearings, and you have to like you can hide, you can pick up items, you can do things to like move to the next area, and it sounds really cool, a lot more open-ended than I think Resident Evil has ever really been. This Tim Burton aesthetic thing's very strange.
It came out of left field, but it was cool.
It's very cool. Like I'm very excited. I've been a Resident Evil fan for as long as I can remember, ever since I was a young kid playing Nemesis on the PS1, man. This is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Listen, I unironically stand RE6. That's the level of fanboy I am. like I will play and love RE6 for the rest of my days. I'm very excited for this. It looks incredible.
Yeah, it hasn't like, I don't know what it was about RE7, but this whole setting is really awesome.
The setting is really cool. All right, well, because RE7 it was a lot more Western in its general approach, right? Whereas this one definitely feels more, in the wheelhouse of where Capcom is. You know, it kind of felt like I definitely feel that same way with that I felt with Dead Rising 2, where it's like it's obvious that the developer that is working on this game is a Western developer. Like there's that lack of Japanese charm that it should be there, but it isn't. This one looks like it's going to have that in fucking just gonna have a bunch of it. Pretty underwhelming stream, to be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. He probably you mean PS? You mean the Sony one? It was all right. Final Fantasy 16 as by the only thing got you hyped. You're not hyped for Naoki Yoshi P's Final Fantasy 16? Are you crazy? How are you not hyped for Yoshi P's Final Fantasy 16?
This is his series now.
You missed it?
Do we are we gonna wrap up, or are we gonna hit DMC?
Deathloop looks really cool.
Yeah, Deathloop looks really awesome.
I'm genuinely curious what's going to happen from the gameplay perspective, because they had the game like the other person come back in, so I assume there's going to be like a sort of PvP aspect, but I'm curious if there's going to be something like if you die at that section you're literally going back to the beginning, or if it's like each target is like a section.
I kind of want to go into that game like really blind.
Yeah. I wonder
I've
how
seen
it's
enough.
gonna work out.
I've seen enough. I don't need to see anymore. I will play that game. It's going to be fun. I did want to pull up I did want to talk a little bit about what they're adding for DMC 5 Special Edition.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more. It is turbo mode.
Yep.
Legendary Dark Knight difficulties coming back. Virgil's back. There's going to be crazy things they do with the controller. If you own DMC5 on PS4, stay tuned. The playable character DLC will be available at a later date. Oh, so you don't need to fucking buy this game to play Virgil.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And then obviously the biggest the biggest thing for a lot of people is going to be Demon Souls. Demon Souls looks really cool. It's the best looking that a Souls game has ever been. Those animations are literally to die for. It is really cool. I'm very excited. It's the first time I've been really truly excited for a Souls game since Bloodborne.
I will like. Bloodborne is definitely my favorite, but I am excited to like. I always enjoy watching people stream those games.
Oh yeah. The thing I do want is I want to know if you can make the HUD disappear. If it's something where like the HUD can be variable and can just kind of come up whenever you need it.
Yeah.
So
for these games that are getting to this level, it'd be nice and appreciated. I ate a lot of pizza.
All right, if you want to go ahead and close it out, we're gonna keep going over here. I'll be quiet so you can close out your stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So for Go to Bed Cast, let's see. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow. Am I already live again? Wow, yeah, I'm gonna be live tomorrow night with what is it? Mega Man Battle Network 4. We'll be live on Friday with Soul Calibur. Next Friday will be Halo 3 ODST. The Friday after that, what were we gonna do? Left 4 Dead 2, because the new update. And also, I am going to, for myself, guys, I'm gonna be live later on YouTube playing Tony Hawk, the new one, 1+2. And then on, as soon as I can, I'm building a new PC and I'm gonna stream that. That'll be sometime later than this Saturday. I have to get the other Tony Hawk video done first, but that's my plan, and that's G2B's plan for now. So yeah, we'll be live again. I can end this video now. We'll be live again on Thursday night for more Battle Network 4. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I don't know if Phil is going to continue streaming or do anything else, but I'm going to lay down before I go live with Tony Hawk on YouTube. So until next time, go to bed.